Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. Well, fall has officially arrived. Take a look at that beautiful mist on the water early morning here in my local lake. That's happening because the water temps are 70 degrees and it's only 50 degrees out here this morning. I found myself a few hours this morning to hit up the lake and I'm throwing a buzzbait. I don't see any topwater activity except for that beautiful mist, but I'm gonna try and make some happen. Let's see if we can get something to come up and eat this buzzbait. And also show you guys that I'm not just a drop shot guy. I'm telling you right now, I always get out here early, and anytime the conditions are right, I'm doing everything I can do to get these bass to eat a moving bait. And if it's not happening, it's the kind of situation where you gotta slow down and you gotta go finesse. And it's another one of those beautiful bluebird high pressure day skies with this clear water and a heavily pressured lake. I'm probably gonna have to go finesse. I'm probably gonna be using that drop shot, but for now, the buzzbait is in the water. Fall is one of the best time of the year to be throwing topwater, specifically a buzzbait. So this is a double-bladed, somewhat finessey little buzzbait. I think it's about 3/8 of an ounce. I've got a Strike King Rage Tail swim bait on the back. I think it's like a 3.8 and kind of a greenish pumpkin. I dipped the tail, so I'm trying to emulate the bluegill that are scurrying across the surface here. And it's a beauty. I got the trail hook on it. That's just a real old school. I've had this a long time. Little floats on it, keeps it up, and helps me really slowly crawl this across the surface with just a real subtle little bubble tail coming straight back to the boat. So yeah, this time of year, this is an absolute killer, but I gotta say, my lake does not give up a lot of topwater bites. I don't know what it is about this spot, but they're out here. I've caught plenty on top, and they're usually good ones. And the twist is that there's now snakehead on this lake, so there's a good chance a snakehead might come up and pop this thing. But yeah, with the water temperatures dropping, if there's ever a time to get a moving bait bite on my finesse pressured lake, this is the time to do it. So you're only gonna get a chesty angle today, folks. It was a short and sweet moment for me to get out here this morning, so just the fact that I'm even out here is great, but you're gonna get a chesty today because I didn't have time to set up the tripod. So I'll make the most of the angles and hopefully have something to show for it. Take a look at that thing in the water. Absolutely killer. Real subtle bubble trail, runs super straight with those two blades, and that kicking swim bait tail with a little dip chartreuse tail really emulates those bluegill that are scurrying around here, like I said. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping to pick up my first bass on with topwater, but if I don't get one on topwater, I know what to do later. There's not been a single indication that there's any kind of topwater activity going on this morning. With the sun up and this mist burning off, it's time to move on to greener pastures. And I think I'm going to be literally in the green pasture because I'm going out to these points. I'm getting down about 12 to 15, up to 20 feet deep on grass lines and getting on that drop shot. Maybe a shaky head, now who knows what else, but I pretty much know what I got to do to catch some fish on an extremely high pressure bluebird sky day. So let's throw a couple more on this grassy flat right here with this buzzbait. See if a miracle happens, otherwise we're moving on. Guys, that literally was the first cast with my drop shot. The first cast to some fish I saw. I just came off that flat, came out to the edge, went down deep, and it didn't even hit bottom before I think you grabbed it. I saw the line just keep moving, and I knew it was only about 12 feet of water. And here it is, the drop shot, striking again, and bang, nice one. A great way to start the day. Seeing fish, dropping straight down. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be awesome if it goes like this today, because literally that thing hit the water and bang, look at that nice fish to start the day. Isn't that great? All right, let me get him in here. I went to the Morning Dawn today. It's a bright sunny day and I've been using the Margarita Mutilator, but I'm back to this bright pink because the water has cleared up just a hair. And there it is, guys. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful sun shine and a beautiful bass. All right, let's put it back and keep drop shotting. There's a bite. Cast number 2, guys. Cast number 2. Came off that edge, back-to-back casts. I got myself another one. Another nice one, too. He is head shaking. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Cast number 2. Right on the edge. I need to get my buoy marker out here real quick. I'm going to leave him in the water for a minute. I got to get this buoy marker out because I know where they're at now. All right, so here comes a buoy marker. Crucial when you're on fish like this. to not drift off. I don't have extraordinary electronics. I don't have the extraordinary setup that allow me to, you know, mark a waypoint, but that's where that buoy marker is going while I land this fish. Another chunky one. Look at this, guys. Again, I'm only chesting it, so I'm gonna have a little funny angle, but there we go. Number 2 back-to-back casts once I picked up the drop shot. Insane, right? But that's how it's done when you're on pressured lakes and you got high bluebird skies. Break out the finesse. There he is. Got him on the drop, and he's coming at me, guys. Man, he just hit it right on the fall. Unbelievable. There's number 3. It's been a little bit since the first 2, but they're moving around, and this one's nice, it looks like. I don't know how nice he is, but he's moving. Dang, it didn't even hit the bottom, guys, just like the very first one. Crazy. He feels decent. He's down in the grass, or you better get up out of there, because I think we got a decent fish here, guys. He's pulling harder than the others and swimming much harder. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, he's decent. He's decent. All about the same, maybe a little bit bigger. I got the lineup for sure, guys. This is number 3. Let me loosen up my drag a little bit here. These fish are stout. Yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely bigger. All right, here we go. Open that mouth, buddy. There he is, guys. Look at that beautiful birthmark on his fin, and definitely bigger than the other 2. So there's number 3. It's only been about 10 minutes since the second one. Got him right in the nose, and I got him right on the drop. Going back. All right, I think these bass have gotten a little wise to me. So 3 out of this spot in the no time is a good time, so I'm real happy with that. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna do the same thing, just basically go over top of some points and find some edges and find some fish, and then maybe throw a buoy marker down, maybe just toss to them, who knows. If they're biting like this today, hopefully we'll be able to land a few more. There we go. All right, guys. I got a windy morning now. God, but I got another fish with the drop shot still. I actually picked up a vibrating jig and was tossing across this point, and as I went over another edge, I saw a bunch of fish throughout the buoy marker, and sure enough, there's number 4. Another chunky one, guys. Awesome. There we go, number 4 in the boat. Even in the wind, guys, it's harder to control, but the drop shot still kills it. Well, leaving fish to find fish only proved effective one time, and with the wind picking up and with nothing biting moving baits, because I did throw a vibrating jig over some points and on some banks and nothing, I'm going to go back to where I caught those first 3 fish a little bit earlier, where the wind is not blowing as much, so I'll be able to control this drop shot after that one fish, even in the wind, on this grass line on this point right back here. I'm going to go ahead and get back to where I started and catch maybe one more. It's been a short spell this morning. I got to get out of here, so let's see if we can get one sign out fish and call it a night or day. There we go, guys. First drop again. I did it again right back where I started. I don't know if I want to call this a sign out fish the way that just happened, because it's a nice fish, but I'm going to have to call it a sign out. This is it, guys, and it's a big one. It's pulling a little bit of drag. Perfect way to end it. Come right back to where I started this morning after finding a little bit too much wind to control the drop shot on one side of the lake, and look at this beauty. There's number 5. That's a limit, guys. That's a pretty decent limit for only about 3 hours of fishing. Man, I hope I pull this one in. Don't come off, because let's show you off one time before we call it. And man, you are not going anywhere. As long as you don't break my line, we are in good shape. Come here. Come here. Golly, come here. And guys, there he is. Isn't that awesome? That's a nice fish. That's probably about as big as one of the ones we caught over here, but that's, like I said, number 5. It's been a great quick morning out. Nothing better than coming out on your local lake when you're so close and able to whack them like that. So folks, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.